solar panels. Wanted to show all these solar people, in case they're wondering if they wanted to move them towards the sun to get the best performance they can out of them. I wanted to show everybody just a simple way. Now move off to the side and you can see this great big satellite dish here. Well, if you remove that great big satellite dish, you'll be left with the rest of the framing. And as everybody knows, these big dishes, they're adjustable. You can move them to the different satellites up in space to get different channels. So that's exactly what I done. Is I picked a couple of these up. They're all over the place in people's yards, and I posted an ad in the papers for anybody wanting to get rid of them to get a hold of me, and I'll go and remove it, the pole and the whole bit. So that's exactly what I did, and I had some responses, and I picked up a few of them, and I removed that great big dish, and here's the result. It's a solar panel holder. I'll take you to the back side of it so you can see what I've done to it. The framing of the solar panels is just wood. It's just 2x4s I used. It's starting to decay a little bit. It's about 10-12 years old. Didn't actually mark it on the calendar when I installed it. But that's the framing, and then the solar panels are screwed into the framing. Always give a space so it can, when the wood expands, you see the little space I have here? When the wood expands, it doesn't tighten up the panels and crack anything or break anything. See how they physically move into the sun? I can just physically move them wherever the sun may be sitting. I come out here a couple times throughout the day on a sunny day and move it. Usually 3 times of movement is good enough, maybe 4. Here's the back side. You see that circle? That's what the old 10-foot dish was mounted to. So once I removed that 10-foot dish, the only thing I was left with was that circle you see with the rest of the mechanism. And normally this cylinder here would be securely tightened to the pole itself, but in my case I wanted to physically move it to the sunshine. So I left it loose so I can turn it just like you're seeing I'm turning it. Works really, really good. And afterwards I had some old pieces of steel around and I welded them up to that circle you see. Then on the top part I put the 4-foot chunk of angle iron. It's 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch angle iron, 1/4 inch thick. Put one at the top and I put one at the bottom, and then I lifted up that whole solar panel frame and screwed it into it. And then the wires, of course, they're going panel to panel to panel, and that's what you have. It's movable to the sun. This way you get maximum usage from the panels instead of having it fixed in one place and hoping for the sun to hit them. You're able to actually move them. And the cost, well, like I say, this was given to me because the people that had this big dish, they no longer used it, therefore they no longer wanted it and didn't want to get involved with removing it themselves. So once they seen my posted ad, they got in contact with me, and I made the trip needed, and I disassembled everything and brought everything home and re-engineered it for a solar panel holder. Thank you for watching.